my God. Welcome. I'm Catherine, and this is Off Topic with Catherine, where stories spill over, lessons get learned, life gets messy, just like it should. Now, for those of you who don't already know, I am Greek, and this is our Greek Easter week, as we call it or know it as our Holy Week. Now, what does Holy Week mean for us? It means that a whole week of church every single day from Easter Monday to Easter Sunday, the following Sunday. But Easter for us does not start Holy Week. It starts 40 days before. And the way we know it's Easter is the beginning of Lent. Now, what is Lent? Lent is, for us, a very strict menu, which basically in our home, because I'm going to describe our home, actually my mom's home, growing up home. For the most part of Lent, the 40 days, no meat, no fish. Towards the end of Lent, no dairy, no oil, pretty much not much of anything. A lot of bread, and if we were lucky, we would get spaghetti with Heinz ketchup. Why Heinz ketchup? Because apparently Heinz ketchup was the sauce to have when you were fasting. And for some reason, every time my mom would get up in the morning and she would tell us that today's meal during Lent would be bread with something, whether it was bread with oil or bread with tomatoes or bread with olives. She would always say, psomaki me elitzes, psomaki me tomatules, psomaki me chalva. So it would never be tomatoes, but it would be cute tomatoes. Or cute little olives. I don't know, somehow she kind of thought that would ease the pain of starvation. But again, like I said, if we were lucky, we would get spaghetti with something. And that worked well for my mom and my brother because they were really committed. Very, very committed. For some reason, I don't know, just my stomach just could not tolerate it. It absolutely could not tolerate it, and I found no peace. Now, I didn't want to cheat. It's not like I wanted to cheat. It's just that my body and my brain were on a different level. And I was lucky enough to have someone on my side, and we both formed the same spiritual path. That was my dad. And again, it's not like my dad didn't want to fast. It's not that he didn't want to cleanse his body and his soul. Perhaps though his body was a little bit like mine. So we had planned this arrangement, our arrangement. Every day before we went home, we would make like a little pit stop, not like a big deal pit stop, but just like a little pit stop to the furthest restaurant from our house, because even though there was no social media, no internet back in the day, word got around really quickly. And if somebody saw us eating close to home, word would spread very, very quickly. And so we would meet wherever, just for a quick bite, of course. Nothing big, nothing, to sort of send us to another place. And so we start with a little entree, just like a little bit of cheese here and there, maybe some French fries with oil, nothing big. But that got us started. So we went from our entree into a larger meal. I don't know, maybe a little bit of chicken, a little bit of fish, nothing much. But then when we started really enjoying it, we went to the third course. I'm not going to tell you what the third course is. It's not okay. but you get the picture. So when we arrived home, when we would walk in the door, my mom already had this incredible table of bread and domatula, like I said, or elitzes, or halva, ready for us to feast on. Yum, yum. Oh, you know what? I would tell my mom, I'm fasting. I really can't eat that. Thank you. I know you put in so much effort, but I think I'll pass. And that's how I survived 40 days worth of Lent. Now, look, I tried. I genuinely did try, and you know, my heart was in it. I did for the last couple of days. I mean, I must admit, for the last couple of days, I did the elitza thing and the halva thing. So I kind of feel that compensated for everything. At least it did for me. Now we're heading into the last week of Easter, our Holy Week, like I mentioned. Holy Week is church every day, every single day. And in my house, with my mom, this did not work. So on my bed, she would kindly lay out my ankle-length skirt. Yes, I was mortified. But you know what? I did it. It made her happy. I went to church. I felt the holy thing in my ankle-length skirt for the entire week. Until Saturday rolled around. Saturday was our big day. That's when we lit our candles and we went to church. But before Saturday, off topic again, going backwards, preparing for Easter, baking, making the tsureka, the kuluraka, all those goodies that, was a time where we all bonded, where we all connected in our home. When we made kuluraka, the Greek cookies, we didn't make 20, we didn't make 30, we didn't make 40. We made 200. Yeah, you got it. 200 cookies. And we counted the 200 cookies to make sure they were 200. And we would put them in containers, maybe about 40 or 50 each. And then on each container, write the amount of cookies. Why? I don't know why. My mom told me to do it. I did it. I think it was the way they measured, their success during Easter prep. And that tsureka, that yummy sweet bread. No, we didn't make 1 or 2 or 3. We made 15. 15. Why 15? We were 4 in the family because we needed to tell everybody that we made 15. Everybody needed to know. I mean, wow. Do you think my mom would notice if one was gone? Of course not. Of course she wouldn't. Or would she? So one day, it smelled so good. It smelled so yummy. And even though she had put them in the cupboards, she won't know until that night when she came up to me and said, we made 15 tsureka and there's only 14 in the cupboard. Really? Really? Why? She says, well, what happened? Don't look at me, Mom. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I don't know. Maybe we made a mistake. We miscounted. Absolutely not. It's even on a piece of paper. We made 15. Boy, was it yummy. And that was our tsureka activity. The red eggs, dyeing those red eggs. Oh, it was so wonderful. And we just couldn't wait to crack them because cracking those eggs was a big event. And the person's egg that was not cracked would be the winner. Winner of what? I don't know. Good luck. Who knows? but it was a thrill anyways. Thursday was Epitaph. We'd go around, we'd walk, we'd celebrate. I think it was nice to be part of it, but it was also a sad day. But Saturday, during the day, was very interesting for us because, have you heard of intestines? Mm-hmm. Have you heard of Majiritza? Mm-hmm. Well, my mom was the queen of Majiritza. Majiritza is intestine soup, a lamb intestine soup. Stomach, intestines, all that stuff in there. So my dad and my brother would happily go to the farm, choose the best lamb with everything in it, bring it home, and even get more if they could. They would like empty their wallets to get as much intestines as they possibly could, and they did. Have you guys ever smelled intestine when it's not cooked? I have. And when it's cooked, I have. But that, guys, was the feast of all feasts. It would take my mom all day to prepare it, just so we can eat it Saturday after midnight when we came home from church, and we were all gathered around the table with our yummy intestines, just gobbling it all down. Now I think it's illegal. I mean, it's gotta be. Who eats that? I don't know. But I'm sure you could still get it on the black market. I'm convinced that some of us out there, we still do that. It's okay, I don't want to know, but I'm sure we still do it. Saturday nights, go to church with our candles, our labades, and the priest brings out the holy light. We share it with everybody, and as we're hugging, we're saying, oh my gosh, please don't burn me, please don't burn me. But what an event, what a celebration, what a feeling. And so we'd all gather at home. And just think, a lot of those folks who would fast for 40 days and then go home and eat intestine soup. Okay. And then we wake up on Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday, wow. Now for us, Easter Sunday, if we were to measure it in order of importance in terms of celebrations, Easter Sunday is on the top. Then it's our name days, or Ionomastikimas Eorti. That's a big celebration. That's our name day. And then the third one is Christmas. Absolutely. So just to give you a sense, to give you an idea what Easter is for us, what it means, what it signifies for us. And Sunday is Lamb Day, Lamb of all lambs. We go to my brother's house. He's so proud, and we're so proud. I mean, we go there and we're all like hovering over this lamb on the spit, and we're asking how many pounds is it and where did you get it, and it's like the talk of all talks. And every year, without fail, it is the best lamb ever. Meaning the last 30 years, it's never been as good as this year's lamb. So if I kind of think back, if this is the best lamb in the past 30 years, I don't know. It's been like the best lamb every single year. And yes, we eat the head. Yes, we eat the eyeballs. And yes, we eat the brains. We do. Now, that's a little bit about our Greek Easter. and how we celebrated in our home. And today, this is where I will be going, or where I am perhaps if you're watching this on Easter Sunday, at my brother's house, just feasting on that lamb and everything else that's there. So, what do I remember growing up in a Greek household with my parents during this very spiritual, very religious time, is the wonderful memories, being together, and just remembering what matters to us as a family during these special times. So I'll be sharing a little bit about my day. If you get a chance, you can check it out on Instagram, on Facebook, and you'll get more of a real feel about the actual event. Thank you for listening to my story or my description about Greek Easter and how we celebrated in my home. And a little bit of coffee wisdom today that I'd like to share with you. Greek coffee wisdom. Actually, I didn't have a sip of my coffee. I forgot. I was so excited to jump into the Greek thing, the Greek Easter thing. Stina Yamas. I needed that. Now today's Greek coffee wisdom is this. Greek Easter isn't just about religion. Of course not. It's about no matter what you've been through or what you're going through, there's always a place for you at our table. Now, thanks again. And next time you will be joining me, I will be talking a little bit about something that I have been dealing with, struggling with, learning about my entire life. And it's me and my ADHD. And until then, just remember that life's a little better when you go off